friends. Today we're going to play with these stamped out images, and I know I like to use these not for, like, I'm not a card maker or anything like that, but I love putting them on journal pages and whatnot. So you can put them on mini canvases and things like that. I am going to use, this is a masking tape. I couldn't think of the name. Wow. I gotta do this to you guys all the time. I'm going to use some masking tape as a mask. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tear out some masking tape. And it is pretty good masking tape, so I'm going to need to tape it down. I'm going to use up some of these pieces here on here. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put some of the masking tape on my hand, just like that, so it doesn't stick too well to the paper. I don't want to be tearing up paper. So I'm giving you an easy way without having all the fancy dyes and all that kind of stuff. I was like, what? They have dyes, they have party hats. That's crazy. Crazy cool, but crazy. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple of ways. I'm thinking it's going to work. I think it's going to work. Okay, so let's see here. I'm just going to grab my dies or my stamps again. And so I stamped out all the birds, and I'm going to go for this guy right now. And what does he look like? He looks like a bird. So I'm going to go for this guy right now, and I want to kind of, I'm going to go an angle right on the tape. And there we go. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. And then I'm going to do his face. His pretty face. He looks like he's a little nervous. And just like that. So he's going to dry for a minute. I'm going to do that guy's face. So I'm going to stick. Didn't plan this ahead, guys, so I'm kind of going as I'm like thinking. So let's hope it works. There's probably an easier way, you guys, but I'm just weird that way where I'm not. And if you want to do wing parts, then you have to be more careful with the wings if you want to cut them out and do different colors or masks of the wings. But let's see. I'm more concentrating on the face right now. So that's just a mask. It's not supposed to be like total, it doesn't have to be clear. And then the last little fella right here. My dog, sorry, I have my basement door open. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use this as a mask, and I'm going to cut along the beak. And it's going to be nice. So I use the thicker tape for this. There's different widths of masking tape. And I'm just going to stick it on. So just be patient. Stick it on. And there we go. We have a perfect mask. I'm going to do the eyes. I hope you guys can see me do this. It will take a little longer. There are some liquid masks as well that you can put on there. I seen some at Walmart. Don't know the price. I was just like, ooh, and then I'm like, I had to go, so I couldn't really look at it. But if you have the stamp, I mean, just do it on masking tape, Dollarama masking tape. If you're maybe don't want to buy the other stuff, or like me, being cheap and finding another way to do it, because that's really the whole reason. So I'm like, I really want to do these. You can do them with avoiding the eyes and all that kind of stuff, but if you want to really go crazy with color or something, you can. So there it is. Now he's got the mask on, and then the other guys will all have a mask on. So there it is. And remember, I did touch it up a couple times so on my skin so it won't be permanently stuck. So I picked a couple of colors, Stampin' Up inks, and I just picked a few colors, and I'm just going to use the makeup brush and play with them. Now I'm just going to go around and make sure that and you could do this with any kind of inks. I'm just using what I have, which is the Stampin' Up. You guys can use any kind of stuff. So I'm just going with a little bit of the red. I'm actually going to use a different sponge. I think I got a little bit of other color in there. So I can go however dark I want. Just like that. And play with my colors. So now I'm going to go with the yellow. And maybe that red was too dark. But it doesn't matter. You can just play with it and have fun with them. So this is another way of just playing with your things. Now I'm going to go with, I think this is a teal. What did I pick? Yes, a teal. A teal. But I was using a dirty sponge a little bit with that one. So I kind of ruined the bright red. And I'm hoping this teal works. Some of them are really old inks. So I was rubbing some teal in there. And it's very dry. I'm going to add some blue. But you guys get the feel of it. My ink pads are so old I wouldn't be able to even find inkers, re-inkers for them, for these guys. So then, now you see he's got 3-tone color. And we can play with what we got here. So we don't have to worry about his eyes. There he goes, nice and bright-eyed. Nice and bright beak. And he looks so cute. And then we cut him out. They do have the die cuts for these, but, well, unless you're a card maker or you're an avid journaler of, you know, a certain type of birds. But I don't mind cutting them by hand. So here it is. I'm just kind of doodling or fussy cutting or whatever you want to call it. By hand here. I'm going to add a little yellow from the water crayon here. It might be too yellow, so I could change it up a bit. If I decide, I could add a little touch of red to make it a little orangey. There we go. So I just went over his beak, and I think that went really cute. And now I'm going to go over his eyes with my Posca pen. And I didn't do the center of his foot yet. I forgot to do that. Well, I'll end up doing that. And I can go over his eyes here. I always use a cream off-white paper. I find I like the way it colors better than a white cardstock. So I like that. It seems to just be a little bit nicer. For me, it's just a better look. I like it. And there we go. Good stick marks in his beaks. Little marks in his feathers. And like that. He's looking really cute. I'm going to quickly show you how I would do his little inside his leg part. It's here. I would just go carefully. Don't use too much pressure that you're going to rip it now from, because that's a lighter piece, you don't want to be pulling that way because you'll pull his feet right off with the pressure. So you just kind of do a little triangle towards his body like that. And then I'm all fingers here, guys, I know, but I'm trying to make it so you can see. And then you can see that it is ready. Just like that. It's not really hard to do, and you don't need to buy the pieces to cut them out unless you really want to, or you can. There he is so far. Here are some of the other birds masked off. So this fellow, I masked his wings and over his head. I did their eyes, this guy's wings, eyes, and I left that guy's wings. And you could do whatever you want. So I kind of have different colors. I'm going to do a red, oops, and blue. Sorry guys. And what do I have here? The teal's not working the best for me. Maybe I'll do green. Maybe I'll do a green and I'll just grab whatever I have. Okay, I got green here. I'm gonna do this guy a little bit of green. Maybe I'll do green blue. I don't know. Haven't made up my mind yet. So I could just kind of relax and not worry them getting it on his beak or on his body anywhere else. So I'm going to do the lower part of him, that color. I'm going to do the upper part, maybe purple, something different. Let's see how much purple is in here. What color do I have out? Oh, it's blue. Sorry, guys. I got some blue. I pulled out blue and thought I had purple. So I'm going to do blue. And go around his face a bit. I think I'm going to do a little red in the face, maybe. A little rust, I think. And then just playing with it with inks, and then I'm using the masks to really make it look cool. So I'm just going to go a little red in the face. The masks protect his little eyes and beaks, wings. And you could kind of mix your colors or whatever you want. However you want to blend them. I'm just going to add a little bit to the back side where it's all shaded there a little bit. And there we go. That's that guy. And I'm still recording. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. Okay, so I have my purple. This one's purple. see if I can use purple. I'm going to open up my colors here and try to keep track of them better. And I'm going to open up my pink because I might use it, and my yellow again. So this guy here, I'm going to give him a pink body, and I got his beak and his eyes all you know, covered up, so then they're safe. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to go and find another makeup brush sponge, and I'm going to try the purple. Now I'm making sure it's purple. It's purple. Adding a little bit of the purple to the tail. There we go. A little purple on that guy. Now I'm gonna add yellow to this guy. Now this yellow, this makeup brush a little bit, or sponge. So I'm gonna add some yellow to his face, and I did get my fingerprints on his face earlier. So I'm kind of just pushing and turning, and I'm going to get some green if I got the right colors here. Now I'll look at my colors and pay attention to what I have. Here's the green. No, this is brown. Oh, here's the green. It doesn't show, and this light is really dark. On his belly. So I can kind of go whatever I want. And then, you know, I can cut another mask for his body, or I can just go over with some paint or something like that with watercolor paint or whatever I want on this. So I'm going to go a little red on this guy. He's really red. Make him very dramatically different. I didn't mask his wings, but you could. And I'm going to mix a little bit of colors in to kind of make that orangey color. So just playing with it, what you got there. This fella, he looks like he's wearing a suit. I'm going to go brown. And I got a mask on his face and on his wings. So I don't have to worry about his wings. I got his mask on his beak and his eyes. All business, this guy. So I'm just going in like this. I'm going to probably have a nice yellow beak on him. And maybe some blue on his wings after. I'm going to put some blue on his tail. Feathers. And that is just the basics of what I'm doing. I'm going to stop this. Here are my birds. And I'm just grabbing some yellow crayon and red for the beaks. And I have done this guy. I even did the white, but you don't have to do the white background. I just did. I am going to now do a little watercolor in the beaks. And let's see. I'm going to give this guy a bit of a red beak. He's got, looks like he's got red lips. He just looks so, I don't know. He looks kind of sad, or like, what's going on here? So that is it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that little video on, it's kind of was long, but a little video on how to mask with masking tape and how fun it can be. So I'm just adding extra little colors here and there with my water brush and some water crayons. And that's about it. Just like that. Now these guys are ready for your projects with just a little bit of adding colors. I'm using, like I said, the crayons, water soluble crayons, and I'm just adding a few touches ups that I want. And you guys can do basically any colors, blends, any kind of things you want. And these are the guys, and the masks look great. I didn't even do these guys' eyes. I only did his eyes white, but the cream looks perfectly fine on the guy. So I'm going to leave that. And I'm just going to go in with some reds around here. Anything, I'm going to blend on this side. I'm just going to play with it. And this is where you guys can just put your own little touches, and it looks so cute. There's that guy. And this guy. Just doing a little bit markings on his shades. Whatever you guys want. You don't even have to do that. I'm adding blue to this guy. It's going to look a little different on the purple and the red. It's going to have a really cool look. He's got a little yellow beak. So that's about it for these guys. And you guys can just play and have fun with it. There they are. My camera's looking very dark to me, or my computer. I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Yeah, I have my light all the way down. I guess I was watching TV. I was watching movies. Okay, so now I'm just gonna play with a few spots on the wings or whatever you guys want. Add in some embellishments. So that's about it. Got some paper back here. And that was fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. And I did. See how much you can just keep doodling and playing with it. There we go. I think I'm done with them. I might still add more markings and all that kind of stuff. But that is my guys. So I'm going to show them to you. There's this little birdie. Isn't he cute? So play with them. I broke his leg. There's that little birdie. Now I'm going to put them on maybe index cards or journal pages. I don't know. But now I have them ready. That little guy, blending different inks on that one. And this little guy. So I hope you guys like that. Don't forget to craft like a duck. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.